And welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. We're here at Groovy Cinema Pub, still here. Our customary home, reviewing more movies. I'm Jeff Weiss with MSN Entertainment.
And I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine. You can find Big Movie Mouth Off on Xfinity Channel 6, also on their on-demand system, which is Channel 1, under Utah On Demand, Salt Lake Alternative, right there, Big Movie Mouth Off. It's got reviews from probably things that are on Blu-rays right now, all the way to up to the theatrical releases, the newest, the best. Maybe like this one.
It's certainly the newest. It's The Host, based on the best-selling science fiction. I use that term loosely.
I'm about to say, you just said best-selling, and it hurts my brain.
No, I'm loosely using the term science fiction.
Oh, that
novel
too.
by Stephanie Meyer, who also wrote the successful Twilight book series. This time...
You successful too, that's sad.
This time, extraterrestrial life forms have come to Earth and taken over human beings, which gives them glowing blue contact lenses.
Cool.
And it's supposedly going to lead to world peace.
Oh.
Except there's a human resistance that doesn't like them.
Well, who doesn't like world peace?
Human resistance, by the way, led by William Hurt, because when you need somebody to save mankind, you think of William Hurt, as well as our heroine, Saoirse Ronan from Hannah, who's had an alien implanted in her, but still maintains some control. She doesn't want to go along with their world takeover plan, so she made it back to the Resistance. And there's a love triangle involving Jeremy Irons' son, and this whole crap load was written for the screen and directed by Andrew Niccol, the once promising maker of Gattaca and scriptwriter for The Truman Show.
Almost every human has been successfully occupied. We could be taken at any moment. However, there are still pockets of human resistance.
They're mobilizing. We gotta go.
I'll lead them away.
Melanie, no!
Come with us. I'd rather die.
Wait! Come back!
Barely a bone not broken or organ ruptured.
This one wants to live. When we occupy this host, her memories will lead us to the Resistance.
Her name is Melanie Strider. She was born in Louisiana. Her family escaped the initial waves of colonization.
What is happening? Is she resisting? It's important you stay in control of this host.
My goodness, Jimmy.
Yep.
Say what you will about the Twilight films. They weren't boring, and The Host is boring.
No, it's not that they weren't boring. Because to me, they were boring, but they are almost laughably boring.
Yes.
Whereas this one, I just sat there going,
something happened.
do something. What? You know, okay, spoiler alert a little bit. So she doesn't quite die. And so when they put these, alien species inside them, so then you get a inner monologue that is her spirit inside communicating with the alien. So the alien talks, inner monologue inside. I burst out laughing when I heard the inner monologue start talking because it is awful.
No, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You cannot.
And I don't know what happened.
Do not betray us.
I don't know what happened to Saoirse Ronan because in Hannah she's great. I think Stephanie Meyer's material tainted her brain and made her dumb because she lost all acting skills in this film. It is.
I think she's reading off the script and is as bored as we are.
I just hope the paycheck was big. I certainly hope it was because here's the other thing too. Essentially, you've got a horrible version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yep.
And what was Invasion of the Body Snatchers missing? It's whiny teenagers in a love triangle. That's what would have made that film better.
Yes, because here's the complication. The human version of the character was in love with a freedom fighter. The alien that took over her has fallen in love with his best friend.
What?
Yeah.
And I would like to say, if you see this film, I do not promote that punches equal love. because that is the theme throughout the film.
Yes.
Not kidding. Kind of
Abusive
sad.
relationships are good. Clearly seems to be.
Take them forever way you want. It's a shitty message.
I was just stunned at the incompetence of this film.
It's
Writing?
It's boring. It's bad writing. It's terrible acting. The set design is awful.
Yes.
It looks awful, really. I love that their cavernous mountain escape, where they keep the hideout. It's essentially like a mountain hotel.
Yes.
You ever seen like where they carved in the ice and they just kind of carved it? It's like someone carved rock and they're like, oh, there's the bedrooms over there. I'm like, really? This was a natural wonder you found?
Now it might sound funny that we're noticing things like that, but it's just because the action, and I use that term also loosely,
There was no
is
action.
so banal that your mind starts playing tricks with you, looking for something completely interesting in a film that has nothing to it whatsoever. I've said that I can understand why Twilight fans might like the movies and the books. I can't understand
No.
why anyone would like this leaden piece of cinematic,
Excrement?
yes, floating in the
That was a
punch
good
bowl.
Mad Lib right there. That was fun. It really was. I started looking at other things throughout the film because the plot's so just dull and monotonous that basically the words became wah, 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 wah. And I was
Yes.
like, sure, whatever, just say something. I know. Wah, 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 wah. And the ending is so awful. Like, right when the credits walked up, I just cheered, not because it was great, because it was over.
Yes.
And so for me, God, I don't do it often. I'm giving it 0. I think it's awful. It's a waste of time. The people who I think would probably enjoy it need to learn that there's other films out there that are much better.
Absolutely.
And no, I was thinking about half, maybe 1, but no. The more I think about it, it's 0.
Yeah, and I thought about it too, and I originally started at that half-star rating. Then I thought, spoiler alert, final scene sets up for a sequel that I don't want to see. 0 stars.
Yeah,
Don't go see this.
I know. I'm really trying to think. Like sometimes if I give something 1 star, I'm like, well, at least there was some great action, or maybe there was some good jokes. And I really thinking back on it. Can't think of one time I laughed or was on the edge of my seat, or
when you laughed
well,
intentionally.
yeah, exactly. It's that bad.
It's
it
hideous.
really is.
It's hideous.
God awful. Yeah, I'm giving it 0.
Yes. I'm still shocked they screened it.
You giving it 0
stars.
too?
Yeah.
Cool. First one of 2013. 0 stars. Nothing for you, the host. Seriously, Stephanie Meyer.
Quit.
Well, no, and it's kind of like I said earlier. Don't quit. You have every right to keep writing.
Yes.
But keep it
Just
to
don't
yourself.
publish it.
But people who would go see this film don't. That's who should quit.
Right?
Let's move on to a world without movies adapted from Stephanie Meyer's novels.
Either that, or you need an entity to come into your body that's intelligent.
Maybe that's world peace right there. Is a world without Stephanie Meyer's movies adaptations.
That is a world I can only dream of, Jimmy.
Well, maybe we'll get there one day. And it's not going to be 2013. One can only hope. All right, that'll do it for this edition of Big Movie Mouth Off.
We will be seeing better movies this year. I can guarantee it.
I think after this review, we're going to head right over to that bar and have a drink. Because, wow, that was 2 hours of my life I want back. And we'll catch you guys here next week, reviewing more movies for you. And it's got to be better next week. It's got to be. We'll see. We'll see you guys next week.